I've always kind of acted out of more insecurity than security, and I probably didn't think that the people, I mean, I thought a lot of the people I worked for were idiots, but in the main, I certainly didn't think that, in fact, oh, I could do that. The question for me was, could I do that?
Let's go back through how your career unfolded before we go to what you're doing today. So you grew up in Beverly Hills, and you went to college initially at UCLA?
You know, it's a bit of a fake out, and I've never absolutely clarified it. I mean, that I went to UCLA for about 3 weeks.
3 weeks. What did your parents say when you dropped out?
Nothing more than they said before it, after it, or during. My parents were the most laissez-faire of parents, and they did not really have a point of view other than they probably assumed that they just support me for the rest of my life.
So were your parents wealthy?
Fairly, yeah.
So what did you do?
Hibernated for a while. I knew where my interest was pulling me. My interest was pulling me into entertainment. I'd always been fascinated by it. It was obviously a lot around me. My parents, my best friends, and their parents were mostly in various forms of the entertainment business. So it was the allure, but I had no clue how to get there. I mean, there are no starting jobs. So I called my best friend's father, Danny Thomas, who was a famous comedian of the time, a television star, and I started at William Morris in the mailroom.
What do you actually do in the mailroom? Because I never could figure out how you can be in the mailroom and then you wind up being a CEO.
I didn't do what most people do in the mailroom. What most people do in the mailroom is they want to make contacts. They want to network with people. They want to meet people. And through that networking, if they impress people, they'll probably get a job. Or usually people in the mailroom wanted to be agents. The last thing in the world I ever wanted to do was be an agent. I read the file room of William Morris for almost 3 years, and essentially the history of the entertainment business from A to Z. And that was my schooling.
And then how do you break out of the mailroom to get into a real job?
So what happened, serendipity. Most of my career is some cross between serendipity and curiosity. Anyway, I had met a middle-level executive at ABC named Leonard Goldberg.